The headline, $8 billion in new defense funding over 5 years, but the details are extremely blurry. $6.1 billion comes with a major focus on North American defense and modernizing NORAD, a pledge to continue with NATO commitments in Europe, and a major defense policy review to determine what Canada's military needs to be able to do in a changing world.
This budget will help provide the fiscal and physical firepower we need to meet any threat.
For them to now allocate $8 billion spread over 5 years is embarrassing. It is shameful. They're not even replacing the money that they wouldn't allow to be spent since they took office.
A senior government source says the lack of clarity is because more work needs to be done with allies, and Canada doesn't want all its cards on the table.
Well, I think it's predicated on the review. And I think how this money is going to roll out probably is going to be a result of that work done at the front end. It's probably the right way to do it.
The big question, of course, will Canada get close to the 2% of GDP spending target set by NATO? It won't. In 5 years, Canada will hit 1.5%.
It sends a very different and much less forceful message to our allies, as well as adversaries, about how committed we are.
The new money means the Department of National Defence's budget will climb from about $25 billion in 2021-22 to more than $40 billion in 5 years. There are some specifics over the next 5 years: $245 million to support culture change, including modernizing the military justice system. Nearly $1 billion for Ukraine, including $500 million in the first year for military aid.
Government's planning to spend that kind of money on equipping Ukraine. That's great, but it'd be great to see that level of urgency being put towards equipping the Canadian military.
The government says Canada has now announced more than $1.2 billion in direct aid to Ukraine and up to $1.6 billion in loans. And in the same chapter, the budget promises to clarify the Foreign Affairs Minister's ability to seize, forfeit, and dispose of assets held by those sanctioned. Think Russian oligarchs. Donna?
All right, Abigail, thanks.